Showbiz Shelly hanging out here with Jason Derulo. Welcome back to B96.
Thank you, love. Appreciate that.
Good to see you.
Likewise.
So let's first talk about, from what I understand, did you do something with the NFL draft last night?
I did.
What did you do?
Basically, you know, I was checking out my vertical, and I was checking out what I running a 40 because I didn't want to go in the draft this year, so I was going to go next year. So I was just making sure that everybody saw me. You know, so that I bring up the excitement for next year. You know,
of course, get some looks initially, and then hopefully work on the things that you need to improve on.
Because I'm working on, you know, the these big deals. You know, the team that I signed with has to give me $100 million or better.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm building up the buzz.
Could we be friends?
Yeah.
$100 million. Okay.
So I'm building up the buzz, and I also did, you know, a little party, you know, for the draft too.
Yeah, that's actually, I didn't know about all that other stuff. The party's actually what I was talking about.
That's what. Yeah,
that's what I meant. But how was it? The party was cool.
It was cool. Yeah, it was drinks and food. You know what? What more can you ask for?
Get better than that. Yeah. Well, that's fun. Are you into the NFL? You follow all of it, and
as best as I can. As best I can. Yeah.
Have you seen all the craziness that's going on downtown? I'm sure you were right there, pretty much up in center for it.
It actually was away from the craziness.
Was it? Okay.
But I saw the craziness today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild, right?
It is. It is.
Came on a good day. A lot going on.
It is, and you know, it's a little cold outside, but I'll forgive you guys this time.
I know. That's the chance you take when you come to Chicago.
Every time.
I know. It's always going to be that way, unless you come in like July. But even then. So let's talk a little bit about the music. So first, Want You to Want Me just entered the top 10.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Oh, man. I'm excited. You know, top five. Top 5
now?
Yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah, that guy. He said top 5.
Even better. Top 5. Amazing.
Yeah, so I'm excited, you know, especially because I didn't call this song at all. You know, it's a song that I didn't know how special it was until I started to play it for people. Usually, like when I'm in the studio, I'm like, this is the one. This is a good one. But for this one, you know, I didn't know until I started to play it for people. And people were like, what?
So you didn't feel it that initially was going to be a single of yours, or that it was even good enough to be a single,
or let alone on the album.
You almost didn't put it on the album?
Yeah.
And then when you started playing it for people, that's when you realized that you might have a hit in your hand?
Yeah, and it was through experimentation. You know, I love experimenting and just trying new things. That's why, you know, all the records kind of, you know, sound like so different. You know, Want to Want Me is so different from like a Talk Dirty or a Wiggle, you know what I'm saying? And I started experimenting, and through experimentation, Want to Want Me happened, and then other songs like Cheyenne that have a 80s vibe happened as well. So, you know, there's a lot of Michael and Prince influence on the album as well.
That's what I was going to say. There definitely is an 80s vibe to this one, and that was intentional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And is that something that influenced you, that the 80s kind of stuff? Or
for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my biggest influences include those two guys, man. So
Prince and Michael.
You'll definitely hear a lot of that on this album. You know, for the first time, I think people will for sure get a full sense of that. Was
because it was the 80s vibe? Was that why you weren't sure about it at first? You were like, I don't know if people will pick up on it.
Yeah, you know what? It's a giant leap forward, and it's a giant leap left. So, you know, anytime you're taking a risk like that, you just don't know. Usually, usually I do know. Because, I mean, Talk Dirty was like a giant leap.
You have so many hits. You have a million hits. I mean, you could perform here for hours and hours. So that's amazing to me that this one in particular you couldn't call. But normally you do. Normally you know.
I got to call you and then, like, play it for you. And then you'd be like, yes, you should go with this one. And I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because next I can't be, you know, passing up on hits and stuff. That would be crazy.
Oh, yeah. And so the album is coming out when? June?
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Yeah, it's available for pre-order now, though.
Okay.
And you can get Cheyenne and Get Ugly right now on pre-order.
And what's the album again?
It's called Everything Is 4.
What does that mean?
So Everything is 4. 4 is a number that just follows us around. You know, there's 4 seasons. There's 4 states that matter. And to me, that represents being able to accept change in your life. And, you know, 4 chairs on a table or a chair, you know, representing a strong foundation. But everything is for a reason. Everything is for my mom. Everything is for my fans. Everything is for proving to myself that I could do it. Everything is for something.
Everything is for.
Everything is for.
There you go. So let's talk a little bit about your dance stuff. So you think you can dance. You're starting that. soon. That's a cool experience. No,
It is.
you're going to be one of the judges on the show.
Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. It's one of the most amazing experiences in my life.
Really?
Thus far. Yeah, and it's crazy because I was debating on doing it at first. Like I didn't know, if it was for me. Only because I didn't want to be, breaking people's dreams, not day in and day out. But the show is so different, and it offers, constructive criticism, and you're telling people, if you're telling somebody no, it's like, for this, and this reason, so they could go away and come back stronger than they were when they came. But, it's been a learning experience for me as well, getting to see all these amazing performers from all across the world, and also sitting next to Paula Abdul and Nigel. It's been amazing.
Did you ever see yourself doing a dancing show? Because, there's so many singing shows out there, and that's usually, where you might, or maybe you thought you'd find yourself, but with a dancing show, is that different?
I always saw myself on The Real World.
Really?
Nah, just like
that could be fun. Okay.
That doesn't exist anymore.
No, it does.
It does?
Oh, yeah, it does.
No way.
It was here the last season. Yeah,
Get
I
outta
watched
here.
every episode.
What?
Yes, I did. I was the only one, but I watched
Real
it.
World, hit me up. Not just playing. Nah, you know what? I never saw myself doing anything like reality, really.
Really? Okay.
I don't know. Not for any particular reason. It's just like it just never really crossed my mind like that.
And so again, did you ask people and you were like, should I do this? And then convince you and you said, okay?
Nah, it took a lot of thought,
Okay.
like I really went into the pros and the cons, and the good outweighed the bad.
And the last thing I want to ask you about, what is this that you're doing with Tinder?
Tinder. I am now the founder of Tinder. So all hookups have to come through me.
That's a huge responsibility.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But like I'm changing the format. So like
Okay.
all females have to they have to come through me first, and then they can find the match after they've met me.
So you're gonna like okay, so you like test them. I don't even know how to say. You test them out for the guys, and then you
Okay. I make sure they're Tinder worthy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure they're loving and tender.
Dare I ask what these tests include, or do you? I mean,
huh? What do the tests include?
Yeah.
No, you can't ask that.
Oh, okay. So, no, but you're doing something like music. Your music is you can like link out to your music through Tinder or something. Is that what I read?
Yeah. So the first video, "Want to Want Me," was released on Tinder. So it was the first time where people could watch a video from Tinder. But it was a perfect match for me because no pun intended.
Right.
Because Tinder is, you go on Tinder to find that special somebody. You want that person that you want you back.
I see where you're going with this.
It is the same with the song. I wanted that special person to want me back.
So it was a good fit.
Yeah, it was a perfect fit.
So have you done Tinder?
I don't know anybody by the name of Tinder.
Have you? Because a lot of celebrities do it now, Jason.
Yes, they do it.
Hillary Duff is on it.
I'm having too much fun with this right now.
I know you are.
I'm sorry.
Is it a yes?
No, I have not done
You've
Tinder.
not. Would you ever consider online dating, anything like that?
You know what? I wish that I could, because it seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of what I do. It just doesn't make sense.
Too hard, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So it'd be a little bit, you'd have to do too much testing. Is that?
Yeah. It's, it'll be, I think it'd just be a little too much,
Okay.
But my brothers and my cousins, they love it. Like, it's like the thing.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a thing. Are you just having fun? Are you single right now, having fun being single? And
enjoying life and living, going out to the club tonight in Chicago,
Do you want to tell us which one? Or
Are we on live?
We're not on live. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Are we on live?
No, this is taped.
I'm going to Club Shay.
Club Shay?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Club Shay? South Loop? I don't know. But I'm sure it's really fun. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I hope it is.
Yeah. Well, good. So it sounds like you're going to enjoy your time here in Chicago.
Absolutely.
And we're always so happy to have you. And again, congratulations on Want You to Want Me. Huge song.
Thank you so much.
The album coming out in just a couple months.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
What?
I got Stevie Wonder on the album.
Do you really?
Yeah, isn't that like nuts?
That's huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I met him at the White House, not for the first time, but we were at a dinner at the White House, and I got to talking with him, and I thought to myself, I had this song with a harmonica on it, and Stevie is an amazing harmonica player. So I was like, why not just ask him? So I was like, Stevie, would you like want to play harmonica on one of my songs? Like, would that be something you were into? And he was like, yeah, man, your family. I was like, while I'm in the positive the light right now, let's keep it going. I was like, would you want to sing on the song too? I was like, if I hear the song on the radio and I'm not on it, I'm gonna whip your ass.
So you
in those words, exactly. So I was like, yep, let's go. So that was history. I was actually the second song that I did for the album, and I did like hundreds of songs for the album, but that was like the second song.
So he's singing and doing harmonica on it?
And on the same song, Keith Urban is playing the ukulele.
How cool. What's the song called?
It's called Broke.
Is that going to be a single, you think?
I think so.
Maybe?
I mean, I literally don't know. The fans choose what the singles are, you know, but I literally made an album full of things that could potentially be a single because I, put my heart and soul into the music.
Of course. Do you find it when, because also too a big thing is like Mariah Carey writing about Nick Cannon. Is writing about your ex something therapeutic for you, or something that you find can help you sort of get through a breakup maybe?
You know what? Writing in general is something that I have to do and not necessarily something that I just want to do.
Okay.
So it just happens naturally.
Okay.
But I never dwell on anything. That's just not my personality. So, I could touch upon this, touch upon that, but I don't dwell in anything.
Okay. So we won't really hear of any sort of like major big breakthrough with the song. Like we might get little bits and pieces here and there.
No, what I mean when I touch upon it, I mean like the whole album is not going to be my breakup album. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not my life. You know what I'm saying? My album depicts what my life is like, and it isn't a sad story.
Okay. Love it. Jason, so great to see you, as always. And can't wait for the album. It sounds like it's phenomenal.
You, I'm sorry. J-Lo's on the album. Megan Trainor's on the album. K. Michelle's on the album. I just don't want to leave them out.
Just a bunch of nobodies, pretty much. A bunch of nobodies.
New artists.
A bunch of newcomers. Yeah. Good. Well, Jason, can't wait. Sounds like it's going to be huge.
Thank
Good to see you.
Likewise, sweetie.
Cool.